Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. We are streaming this live through Facebook Live and YouTube. And today I'm very excited to have my friend Luis Martinez Alicea from the city of Orlando. We're going to have a conversation here on things that are very important for business owners here in the city. We're going to talk about a number of different things that I think are of great importance and great relevance for many of us here in the area here of Lake Nona and Greater Orlando. So Luis, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for coming. So before we get started, why don't you give us a little bit of an introduction of, I think some people are going to be quite surprised. I was surprised when I found out, how did you end up here doing what you do and where did you get started?
Well, I am originally from Caguas, Puerto Rico. Caguas is one of the largest cities in the island, located close to San Juan, the capital. And I moved to from the island to Orlando to work at Disney in Magic Kingdom parks as a performer in parades and special events. I used to be a dancer and actor for the Magic Kingdom parades and special activities in the castle. Walt Disney World used to do auditions in the island, and I saw the advertisement in the local newspaper, and I decided to go to the casting, and they hired me in San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's why I decided to move to Orlando.
So what cast character did you play?
Pluto.
Pluto, there you go. One of the fan favorites. I actually tried out myself, but I got rejected. So really? you took the spot. So how did you go from that to being in the city of Orlando to what you do today?
Well, when I moved from the island to Orlando, I never thought that like 10, 12 years after, I would be working with one of the most successful mayors in the United States, Mayor Buddy Dyer, here in the city of Orlando. So it wasn't planned to work in government or in politics. So after I decided to quit Disney to pursue my master's degree in business administration and also to improve my English language skills, I applied for different job opportunities. So I work in different clothing stores, in local call centers, in a local newspaper. I had the opportunity to work with Nuevo Dia, the New Day newspaper, which is the largest Puerto Rico-based newspaper in the island, and they expanded to Central Florida, so I was able to work with them as a marketing coordinator. When I obtained my MBA diploma from Ana Jimenez University, which is a Puerto Rico-based higher education institution, they have a campus in Orlando. An open position in the university opened, Director of Marketing and Recruitment. I applied for that position, they hired me, and I worked there for about 5 years. It was a great experience because that job opportunity allowed me to be more engaged with the local media as well as our local Hispanic community. One day when I was working in my office, I received a phone call from the mayor's office inviting me to participate in an interview process for a new position that Mayor Dyer was pursuing to create for his cabinet, Director of Multicultural Affairs. I couldn't believe it. I was speechless because you don't receive a phone call from someone so important as the Mayor Dyer to invite you to participate in an interview process, from nowhere. So after consulting with my family, my best friends, and my partner, I decided to take the challenge, and I participated in 2 interview processes for that position.
And how long ago was that?
Almost 13 years ago.
13 years. So you've
Yes.
been working with the mayor for
Yes.
that long. That's great. So tell me a little bit about what does it look like with what you do today? You obviously are, the manager of the Office of Multicultural Affairs. What does that mean?
Well, the Office of Multicultural Affairs has a mission, and is provide a diverse of resources and tools to our diverse multi-ethnic communities. The office creates strong communication bonds with resident businesses and newcomers from different cultural backgrounds and walks of life.
Okay, but in just to give perspective to the folks how does that fit with the other elements of the office of the mayor? Because you're part of one group, you have other peers that have things that you guys do together, things that you help each other out, all for the benefit of the community. So what does that look like?
Let me give you an example. When an immigrant entrepreneur relocates to Central Florida and would like to obtain more information about business assistance programs, incentives, and services to small businesses, and doesn't speak the English language very well, they contact the Office of Multicultural Affairs, and we provide the business owner with the guidance and the initial orientation in their native language. And after that initial orientation, we connect them with the appropriate city departments.
What are some of those city departments that you connect in? Because obviously, like you said, people like yourself, like myself, I came from Panama many years ago, and it's not very easy, at least it wasn't for me, to find out what was available, right? And especially if you don't speak the language, right? So once you speak the language, or once you get some of those resources that you provide, then you connect them with other departments as well, right?
Yes, in this case, for instance, if it's a Hispanic entrepreneur that are pursuing to establish a business, I connect that person to our economic development department, our permitting division, and I make sure to identify a city employee who speaks the Spanish language, in this case, to provide not just information in Spanish, but also culturally competent.
So what are some of the languages? I was surprised to find out that there's the 4 major languages that you have to work with as you work with people seeking for some help.
Yeah, the most spoken foreign languages in Central Florida, besides English, are Spanish, Haitian Creole, Portuguese, and Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, the city website is translated in those languages, and also we have marketing materials available in those languages as well. In order to continue providing language access to our entire community, the Office of Multicultural Affairs has a budget allocated to provide translation and interpretation services to those individuals.
So basically the idea is to help people do business a bit better, right? So can you give us some examples of some of the things people ask and some of the things that you can then do for them?
Entrepreneurs are looking for incentives, business assistance programs, and the City of Orlando provides an array of incentives to small businesses, such as the Business Assistance Program, which is a matching grant program that provides financial support to those businesses that are pursuing to either establish or relocate in the City of Orlando by covering 50% or up to $20,000 to cover the impact fees in transportation, sewer, and building permits.
Can you share some examples of some folks that you've helped throughout that process? You have permitting, you have assistance program, you have other programs.
Yes, another program which has been very successful in the City of Orlando is the Minority and Women-Owned Business Certification. And the purpose of this program is to provide equal opportunity to minority and women-owned businesses in city contract and procurement processes. That's why I highly encourage those individuals who own a business that are African American, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Pacific Islander, and Indian American to apply to get the minority business certification in the City of Orlando, because that will help your business to gain exposure in the community. You will be able to attend to professional development workshops, networking, have access to the city bid and procurement platforms. We have many success stories on minority and women-owned businesses that have applied and have gotten this certification, such as Samantha's Wall, which is a local painting company owned by Jesus and Samantha. Is a married couple from Venezuela that they emigrated from South America to Orlando to pursue their dream of establishing their business. And today, thanks to their entrepreneurship, of course, and the city minority business certification, they have been contracted by Tavistock as well as several home builders companies. And also another great example of success story is Jeanette Quiñones. She's from Puerto Rico. She's here tonight, and she established real estate title company She attended to one of the workshops that I provided in Spanish, and I happy and excited to be able to encourage her to apply and get the minority visa certification.
So was that also you mentioned the facade program, right? That was the 50% help that.
Yes, the FASA program is another business assistance program. It's one of the most popular programs that we provide to small businesses that covers 50% and up to $50,000 to reduce the impact fees. And the money is designed for businesses to to make improvement in all the business exteriors areas, such as changing the signage, landscaping, the parking, main doors, windows, etc.
So in the sense of, say, for example, there's different kinds of businesses. People come over here to the United States, in this case to Orlando, like you said, looking for a dream, looking for doing something. There's a lot of, obviously, people that do restaurants, and there's people who work in construction. There's people who work in technology, right? Is it safe to assume that you basically cover all those areas independent of what the business owner is looking to do?
Yes, when a business owner or entrepreneur reach out to me in the Office of Multicultural Affairs and have many questions about permitting processes and how to be certified by the city, and I don't have the answer, what I do is I coordinate a meeting with the appropriate department from economic development or permitting division, someone from our city staff that can provide to answer their question and also provide the information that they are looking for.
Okay, so what are some additional success stories that are close to your heart? I mean, you mentioned a couple already, but there was one particular one you mentioned the other day.
Yes, it's Lorena Martinez. Lorena from Mexico, who relocated in Central Florida like 20 years ago with her family to pursue her dream to have her own company, Daisy Rental Services. They rental equipment and the core items for individuals and companies that would like to host events, special events, or private events such as weddings and quinceañeras. She participated in one of the workshops that Prospera provides in Spanish to Hispanic business owners. The City of Orlando provides funding to Prospera. Prospera is a nonprofit organization that offers technical assistance to Hispanic entrepreneurs that are pursuing to open or expand a business in Central Florida. They help Hispanic business owners and entrepreneurs by assisting on creating a marketing plan, business plan. They provide capital assistance and connect them with other opportunities in Central Florida to help them thrive while they are opening their business.